react to whatever comes in. First thing in the morning, be honest with yourself. How many people have their phone sitting right next to their bed, and they they check, the first thing they do is look at their phone, check their emails, check their social media status and stuff like that, right? A lot of people, right? That's just I don't know, it's just like an obsession. Even if you wake up early in, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., we're all checking our phones for our emails and stuff like that. And really quick before we move on, can everybody hear me okay and see my screen okay? Is everybody cool with that? I want to make sure we're good there. Okay, cool. Awesome. So reactive. The reactive implies that you don't have an initiative. So I'm gonna talk about putting stuff in your calendar, which is part of the calendar is putting in there when you're going to check your emails. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's kind of like a load off your mind that you have it in your calendar that that's when I'm going to do this and this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you kind of how I do things, and we'll go from there. So we'll get there. So check this out. So research by Harvard Business School suggests that repetitive actions can help cope with stressful situations, and adopting rituals in the office makes good business sense. Look at this. So I went and looked at like the daily routines of different people. Stephen King, in his book of writing, King says that he writes 10 pages a day without fail, even on holidays. That's a lot of writing each day, and as it led to some of the incredible results. So every single day, it wasn't about working from 8 to 12 or 8 to 2 or 8 to 3. It was like, I'm writing 10 pages a day. That was his thing. Zuckerberg, 20 identical, I don't know if you may have heard some of this stuff already, 20 identical gray shirts, and wears them on rotation for 5 days a week, just so he doesn't have to think about what he's going to wear tomorrow morning. It's just one less thing he has to think about. That's what he's going to wear. Read It co-founder Alex Owen, I don't even know how to say his last name, suggests that list making, and we're working really big on this, so everything we do, we're making a list. So like every process we take, every move we make, there's a list that goes along with it, so we don't miss the list. And not only that, if we want to put somebody in place to help us with the stuff that is not money-making activities, we have a list in place of everything that needs to be done during that specific transaction or that specific task that needs to be done. We have a list that goes along with it. So he was a big one. Key component of success and advises to write 3 biggest tasks of the day. So what I'm going to ask is, do you get up in the morning and know what you want to accomplish? Or do you just go by, I hope the phone rings, I'm going to return a couple phone calls, I hope this, I hope that, I hope that. We call it the hopium drug, right? I hope that something happens today. Or do you go, I'm going to call 10 people, I'm going to call 10 past database, I'm going to send 10 emails to past clients just saying hello, a really personal email, or I'm going to Facebook 10 people, or maybe all 3 of those, 10, 10, and 10. So that would be a good suggestion. So do you have something that you want to accomplish today and every day moving forward? All right. This guy, crazy, Jack Dorsey, he ran like the CEO of Square and founder of Twitter. Like, this guy's crazy. So he ran 2 businesses. He worked 8 hours twice a day to do what he had to do, which is, I think, is so like Monday he had management and running the company. Tuesday, product Wednesday, marketing and communications, growth Thursday, developers and partnership Friday, and company culture and recruiting on Fridays. Just crazy stuff, right? So the hardest part, staying out of your inbox. So here's the schedule that I do, that I try to adhere to, and it's nice to know that this is just when I do this is when I do that, this is when I want to accomplish this. So this isn't going to be the same for everybody. You have to set your own schedule. But if you take the time after this class to book tomorrow and Thursday and Friday and next Monday, and book in the 4th of July, like, hey, I'm off that day, I'm going to spend it with family. Saturday, same thing. Sunday, same thing. Monday, I want to accomplish these 3 things. Tuesday, I want to accomplish these 3 things. It's amazing what you'll actually get done, because you will get done those 3 things you want to accomplish, and getting out of your inbox is going to free up time to do that. So 9 to 11, do highest leverage work. Money-making activity. I don't check my email in the morning. I don't do anything to do with, except for money-making activities. Now, maybe social media is part of that, with connecting, engaging, and interacting with the people that I do business with. But most of the time I'm on the phones from 9 to 11, talking with potential recruits, talking with people that I work with to help them out with their business. Like this morning I had a couple conversations with a couple of my partners just to help them out with a couple things. So I consider that high money-making activity, so they don't have to spend the time to do certain things. So 11 to 11:30, process emails, pick a time and stick to it. I don't care when it is. Maybe it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Maybe it's 10. Maybe it's 11, 12, whatever. You can do it often as you want or as little as you want. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that I've used to remove myself totally from it. Not totally, but 100%. 11:30 to 1, break, lunch. Take some time for yourself. Maybe take a small walk. Go somewhere. Do something besides work. You can only physically do so much in a day, and I think just having that nice little break is so important. 1 to 1:30, social media. I kind of get on social media, pop around there and comment on a couple things, return a couple private messages, whatever it is I need to do on there. 1:30 to 3, money-making activities, return phone calls. 3 to 3:30, email, and then 3:30 go home or more money-making activities. So whatever, if I want to do more money-making activities, depending on how my mornings went, I might stay and do more, or I might just go home and enjoy the day, do some exercise, or spend some time with family. All right? MMA stands for money-making activities. So all I'm going to ask you to do is challenge for you is to focus on this and like kind of not multitask when you're watching this, because I'm going to show some cool stuff. So only check your email certain times of the day. So the 10 reasons to use Gmail. This is so cool. Less spam. There's amazing search. So you literally, like, I'm going to ask you to archive every single email you have in your inbox at the end of this class, and I'm going to show you why there's not a big deal to do that, because you can search anything you ever have received in email, even if it's a word, a number, an email from somebody, a conversation you remember. You can search for it. It's got the algorithm of actual Google, so it's like Google owns it. So the search function is insane. Conversation view, built-in chat, on the go. It's mobile on your phone. If I lose my phone right now, it's no big deal. I just go get another one, log into my Gmail, and I instantly have all my contacts. I instantly have all my emails that I ever sent. I have everything I've ever had inside there. All my Google Docs, nothing. I lose 0. Lots of space. You get 7 gig for free, which is amazing. You can call from Google. It's pretty. Priority by inbox I don't use too much. It's secure and it's free. So here's a couple, I don't know if you guys know this, but here's a couple things that really intrigue me about Gmail that I really like, and I think Outlook has this too, but it automatically puts everyone into your contacts. And everybody goes, what do you use for a contact management system? Well, it starts with Gmail, because every time you receive an email from a new client and you send an email back to a new client, it automatically puts them in your contacts. So you could export CSV file and all the time send them to whatever CRM system you use or whatever you want, but it's 100% up to date. You never lose it. It automatically does that. And of course, you can turn that off if you want, but I always know that my database is up to date if I'm sending and receiving emails. And most of the time, it's just one of those questions I ask. Hey, what's your email? What's your phone number? And then I send them an email just so they have my email so we can communicate back and forth. Depending on how they like to communicate, it may be email, maybe text, but if I have both their numbers, I can do that. Calendar in the clouds. I want to show you some cool stuff with calendars and how you can have more than one calendar, how you can share calendars so your staff can see it, how other people can put stuff on your calendars. Task list is in the clouds. I'm a big one for, I don't really use a task list. I use the calendar. I just put it on my calendar and go, I need to do this, and I'm going to do it at this time. And that might be part of my money-making activities. That might be part of my returning my calls, whatever it is. I use my calendar. If it's not on my calendar, my wife knows it's probably not going to get done. So when she asks me to do something, she's like, Scott, I'm going to ask you to do this. Can you please put it in your calendar right now? So she knows if I put it in my calendar, it's going to get done. Does that make sense? Filters so you can delegate 99% of your inbox. I'm going to show you how to filter this stuff so you can stop receiving the spam, stop receiving emails from unwanted people. And what you'd never want to do is click the unsubscribe on any email, because what that tells me or tells them is that it's a live email. They don't know when they're sending to a mass email all these ads that come through, or you may click on something and opt into something. They don't know if it's a live email, so they'll send you something. If you unsubscribe, that lets them know it's live. Therefore, they sell your email to somebody else, and now they got a huge list of emails. You get more spam than you originally did if you just filtered it and deleted it. All right. Filter to remove garbage, spam, delete. It's free. Documents in the clouds. Documents are just insane. One of the classes we did a while back, a long time ago, was a listing presentation. So how do you set the expectations with your seller of what you're going to do for them on a weekly basis and how you're going to communicate with them? Well, a great way to do it is documents in the clouds through Google, and you can do a listing expectation sheet where all the listing is going to be marketed to, where it's going to go to, Zillow and all this stuff. Maybe their single property website, their text code. Maybe if you did a YouTube video, you can have all that on one document in the clouds that you share with your sellers. Really cool. Keep old email accounts. Have all your emails come to one email. I don't know how many times I've met people that have 3 emails, and they have to log into this, log into that, log into this, and so it's just really easy to forward every single email to one email, so you're getting emails and responding. You can actually respond from Gmail from whatever email it comes to if you want to. Tons of storage, can archive old emails, use Gmail for marketing. So say you're farming an area, and it's called Autumn Woods, or it's called Millwood, or whatever the subdivision is. You can get a Gmail that's maybe Autumn Woods Gmail, so you send out a postcard, and the reason you would want to do this is so you can track the results, because to spend money on something, you want to be able to track and go, okay, was it money well spent, or was it not? So if you have a specific email that emails come from that's part of an area, like autumnwoods@gmail.com, you can ask them to, hey, if you would like the value of your home, email autumnwoods@gmail.com, and you know that it's coming from that marketing piece that you did to that neighborhood. Same search function as Google, multiple emails, canned responses. So if you find yourself sending a lot of the same emails, when you meet with a buyer, you meet with a seller, and you want to send, hey, it was so nice meeting you, and you kind of have that templated email, and just put their name in it and just send it, you can do a canned response. You don't have to retype the whole thing, and you can have it as 6 pages long, or have it as just a paragraph, and so much more. So let's go. I want to bring this up right off the bat. So one of the things I use that I absolutely love, because I don't know about you guys, but when you book something on your phone, and you use the Google Calendar, you have to do the drop-down, you have to click the time, you have to do whatever. So this one, it is $10, but man, I tell you, so if you go in here and you open it up and you click the little plus button at the top right for iPhone, and all you have to do is put in the name and the time. So I put in 8 p.m. or I put in 3 p.m. or 10 a.m. It automatically puts it at the right time at the right day. I don't have to do any drop-downs. I just type whatever I want to type. I love the thing, and then it also has a very easy view of what's going on right now in the next couple minutes, and it hooks directly with your Google Calendar. So I just wanted to show that. I've been using this for about a year now, and I just love it. So it's called Fantastical 2. Anybody else using this one right here? Webcam is online. Can you guys see my webcam? All right. Let me just turn my webcam off. There we go. I turned it off. All right, there we go. All right, so that's fantastical. All right, so to sign up for Gmail, if you don't have a Gmail account, I'm sure everybody does. So here is just go there, create an account, put in an email address, or this is to log in. If you want to sign up here, of course, you just fill in the information, and then here's where you choose your email. Choose your username, which would be whatever you want it to at gmail.com, create a password, confirm your password, and then date of birth and stuff, so real easy there. And then you have your Gmail account. So the 2 things I'm going to talk about are called reply and waiting. These are the only 2 tabs that I use now. Now, I used to be a freak on tabs, and the tabs used to be, I used to have a tab for everything. Now, some agents have a tab for listings, some have a tab for buyers. So whatever, I'm going to show you why reply and waiting are really all you need, and then if you want to have other tabs, of course, I'll show you how to do that too. But reply and waiting are amazing, so I'm going to show you why those are so cool. So let's do that. So I'm going to show you how to set these up. So this is what my inbox looks like. So I have all mail, which I always want to have, because if someone said they sent me an email and for some reason I have it filtered, I want to be able to go to all mail and see all my mail. Reply, I'm going to explain what that is, and then waiting. And that's all. Those are the only 2 tabs that I use, and I'll show you why. And no emails, which is cool. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you a system I used where I only pull out emails from certain people, and it's really cool. It's called a Wayfind, and I'll show you why I use it at the end. It's really neat. It hooks to your Gmail account. So rule number 1: can't check your email until 11 a.m. Who's going to stick to this? Anybody want to? I don't know if somebody's asking about Fantastical 2 on Biz Google. I looked for it. I don't know that it does work on the Google account, but yeah, it's strictly a iPhone thing right now, I think, unless somebody knows about it on Google. Let's set up your reply and waiting labels. So reply and waiting. So here's what you do. You click on the little gear at the top, and then you click on settings, and then you click on labels. And you're going to, this will make sense when I'm done here. And then you're going to go down, scroll down to where it says create new label. You're going to click on reply, and then you're going to do another one the exact same way, and you're going to click on waiting, okay? And then over on the right-hand side, you're going to see these, the reply and waiting are going to be there. And what you want to do is if you hold your mouse over this little arrow, it's going to pop open the label color. which you can choose whatever color you want it to be. And what you for sure want to show is show on both, because you want them to show up right here, so you can really easily slide them over to whatever emails you want, and I'll explain these here in just a second. So this is really cool. This is going to help you to get stuff out of your inbox really quick, but also keep track of what you're waiting for or what you reply to, or maybe you don't have an answer for it and you need to get more information, and that's what I'm going to explain here in just a second. All right, so the reply label. Someone is requesting you to do something with or without a deadline. Examples include submitting reports, verifying something, and tracking on any task. Someone is asking you to respond to something, but it requires more deep thought from you to respond. So it's not a quick answer like yes, no, hey, I'm on that, I'll let you know in a couple minutes. It's just you have to do a little research to get like, hey, maybe you're inquiring about, hey, you email the appraiser and you want to know, hey, when are you going out for the appraiser? And, he emails you, hey, I need this information. Like, crap, I got to go get it. So you put that in your reply label because you know you want to finish those by the end of the day because they're important. Examples include people asking for your opinion or asking about your availability for an event, showing, weekly reports, listing, whatever it may be. After you've replied to the emails in this folder, you then remove them to the archive folder. Within Gmail, it's easy, and I'll show you how to do that. So, like I just did one, let me show you an example of this. Actually, I did the waiting one, so I'll explain the waiting, and then I'll go show you why I did that. All right, so waiting label. Typical emails that come in the waiting folder are tracking codes for UPS, FedEx packages coming your way. You want to, like if you order something or research something or buy something, or maybe you buy a flight ticket, or maybe you're just, whatever you're waiting for, you just want to put it in the waiting folder. Examples include tracking numbers, delegated a task. So say you delegated a task to somebody and you said you wanted a virtual assistant to build you a Facebook page. You're like, okay, I don't want to forget about it. I want to check back in a couple days. Employees and anyone else waiting to hear from you. Confirmation from someone. Examples include asking another person if he or she received something from you, like an email, attachment, sales agreement, home inspection. So maybe you sent something to do with a scenario or a loan or a home, and you want to make sure they get it, and you want to make sure they reply. I'm going to show you a couple ways to do that, but one way is to put it in the waiting folder because you're waiting for them to reply that they actually received what you sent them. All right? The 2-minute rule. If it can be done in less than 2 minutes, do it now. The value of this rule is that you go through your inbox really fast and initially process only what is necessary. If someone needs a quick response, you've taken care of it. If an email needs more attention, you can work on that later and prioritize which emails get the most attention. After your inbox is processed and at gbox 0. All right, so check the email, process inbox, put email in archive folder, reply right away. Does it take less than 2 minutes? Reply right away. If it doesn't, reply folder. All right, because I got to do a little homework on it. It's going to take me a little bit of time. I'm going to throw it in there. Huge time saver. Gmail search. Let me just show you this. This is just really, really cool. So you'll notice that in my waiting folder, like this morning, I got a confirmation from Linda where I'm doing a fishing charter in August. Got a buddy flying up from Texas. He might be on the call. So Linda emailed me the confirmation of the fishing charter, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to lose this because I'm like, I want to be able to find it really quickly, and it's only a month away. So what I did was I dragged the waiting over to here because I know I'm waiting to go on this fishing trip. Okay, so I just drag it over here, and what it does is it sits right here, so I can really quickly go in my waiting folder and see that's the email I'm looking for. All right, and obviously there's nothing there. Here's another one. So let me just show you. So I'm meeting with Carrie tomorrow for breakfast, or Teresa. Here's I want to look at this, and I want to look at it. I want to look at it later, so I'm going to wait to look at it. So I'm going to drag this over here. I don't even have to open anything or look at anything. I'm just going to drag it, and I'm going to drop it right in there. So it's going to tag it, waiting, and I'm going to click on this and archive it because I want to because I'm waiting for something. Okay, Carrie, I'm going to do breakfast. So I got to reply to her, but maybe I got to do a little homework before I reply to her. So I'm going to drag the reply up there. I'm going to go here, check the box, and I'm going to archive it. So I'm back to 0, no emails again, but you'll notice that I have 1 and 1. I have one that's not open. There's Carrie, so I can take care of it later, and I have waiting for Teresa and Linda. Does that make sense, everybody? Any questions on that part? I think it's the very last part of the webinar. Is there a way to watch the video or see the slides? Yeah, the recording is going to be available for you. Just contact the loan professional that sent you here, and they will get you a copy of the PowerPoint and the recording. All right, so the search function. Here's the search. This is probably the best part about, I don't know, there's so many awesome parts about Gmail, but right up in here, not in the actual window. This is like to go to another website. It's right up above here. You're going to see this little search function here in the drop-down. Show search options. So before I wanted to search an email from Vicki Rice, all right? So I'm going to type in Vicki. Anybody you've ever sent an email to is going to pop up. So you don't even have to type in their full name. See how it's kind of really dark and then light gray, and then it pops up all my choices? Or if I want to pull up an email from Carl, there's Carl, it pulls it up. So let's say I want to pull up I know Vicki sent me an email, and she sent me an attachment. Let's just assume that Vicki sent me, like my lender sent me an email with attachment that had an appraisal to it, or I needed to fill out this form, and I know there's an attachment there. I'm glad this just came in because I can use this right here. So, so I'm going to go Vicki, and I'm going to search, and it's going to show me all of Vicki's emails that she's ever sent me. Just like literally, there's about 71. There's way more than that. So I mean, it would keep going and going and going. So what if I want to get more detailed? What if I want to say, let's go with, I know that she wanted me to respond to her about the top producers in our company. So I'm going to drop this little drop down, and I'm going to put in from Vicki, all right? And I want it to have the words producer, all right? And I want to click search. So what it's going to do is it's going to pull up any email that has producer in it from Vicki. So there's only 2. See that? It's like so simple and so fast. Say that I wanted to search an email from Vicki. So Vicki Rice is there, and it's not producer, but I wanted to show everyone that has an attachment. All right? So I want every email from her, because I know she sent me something that had an attachment. I just don't know when it was, and she sent me a lot of stuff with attachments. But I want the ones with attachments, so I click it has attachments. I click search, and now you'll see right here everyone with an attachment. Vicki Rice time card, blah 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 blah. All these have an attachment in it now, so it's only the ones with the attachments. All right? It's so robust. Now let me just show you a couple things here. Zoomcake. I don't want to ever see an email from Zoomcake. I have no idea. It's some. I have no idea what this is. It's some spam. Somehow Zoomcake got through, and I don't ever want to see it again. So here's how to get rid of spam. And I'll never see an email from Zoomcake again, because if I was to click on this, I was to scroll down to the bottom and click unsubscribe, I would let them know that I was a live person, and then they could just literally blast me with a bunch of other spam. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this box, and I have this as like scripted pictures of how to do this. So I'm going to click that box, and when I click that box, you'll notice that a bunch of other boxes show up here. Like there's nothing here right now, but when I click this box, there's a bunch of other stuff that shows up. So I'm going to click on More, and I'm going to click on Filter this message. Okay? So I'm going to check the box, click on More, Filter this message. This is really important because this is literally how you clean up your inbox. And you'll notice there's 4 other emails from them that I just didn't do this on. So I'm going to go every email from email@zoomcake.com. I want to create a filter with a search. So I'm going to click on this, and I want to skip the inbox, and I want to delete it. So I don't even want to see it, and I want to delete it. See that? From email, I want to skip, or if I wanted to maybe mark as read, star it, apply to a label, forward it to you. If I wanted to automatically forward it to Vicki or my partner or somebody I'm working with, like if I'm really out of the transaction and every email that comes in from one of my clients I know my partner's going to handle or my assistant's going to handle, there's no reason for me to do it. I'm going to let them do it. Unless there's a fire, they'll send it back to me. But why not forward every single one to them so they can take care of it, get it off my plate, and delegate it, okay? And I'm going to also click Also Apply Filter to 4 matching conversations, or it could be 400, and Create Filter. So what's going to happen is now the email automatically disappears from my inbox. It's gone, and I'm ready to move on to my next thing. Cool? Any questions on that? It's an amazing search function. It's an amazing filtering section. All right? All right. All right. Where did you, it's actually, Daryl. I have folders for all my clients. Where do I keep it? So if you have folders for all your clients, that's absolutely fine. Just know that you can always search for your clients right here. If I say, like, you know, and Susan, you ask a great question, Suzanne. So Susan says, I have a folder for each one of my clients. That's cool, but just know that I can search from, like if I wanted to search every email from Patrick, So there's Pat Fitzgerald at his Gmail. I wanted to search that. It's literally going to show up every email, and that email he hasn't used that much. So, but you can always, whatever you have, you can always search it. So you can have the folders, or you can just search. I never put stuff in folders anymore because I know I can search for every email from every person all the time, and I can go really detailed on what was in that email. And of course, you're going to know what you're looking for anyway when you see their emails. So, all right. So Trudy is saying, I don't have a loan officer that sent me. How do I? Trudy, if there's anybody on the call that needs access to the recording and the actual PowerPoint, just send an email to amminvite@gmail.com. So it's amminvite@gmail.com. All right. All right. So that's Gmail search. Let's go back to here. All right. So everybody got the search function? Because if you go right now and you archive, and I'm going to show you how to archive everything. Let me just go back really quick and do that because you might want to do this. And just because it's so fulfilling to go to your inbox and only have 2 emails, 3 emails. And what it's going to take is a process. It's a journey, right? So we want to get to a point where we have 0 emails or very few emails in our inbox. And to do that, we got to start somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something. If I go to all mail, like here's every email I've like literally, I have 10,654 emails sitting right here in all my email, okay? A lot of emails. So if I want to archive, and I'm going to pretend like this is my inbox, because this is probably most people on this call's inbox is like thousands of emails, and it's so hard to filter and this and that, and you got to search for a half hour to find the one email you're looking for, and just a pain in the butt, right? So if I click on this little box in Gmail, and I click on all, click on all, and this little thing is going to, all 50 conversations on this page are selected. Select all 10,654 conversations. If I click that and I click this button right here, which is archive, it'll archive every single one. It'll be gone. It doesn't delete them. It just archives them out of my way. Okay? And the cool part is they're already out of my way because I've already archived them. I'm just showing you what this could look like for you. And literally, it's going to take, depending on how many thousands of emails you have, it could take you a couple minutes, but that's how cool it could be. All right? So I challenge anybody, and if you do it, please share it on the private Facebook group. I'd love to see that you did it and start over. And then all you do is you go to all mail. As you start getting emails in, and I'm trying to find a spam, you'll see like maybe this one right here, Brewster. I don't want to get Brewster emails anymore, so I click on the box. I click on more. I click on filter messages like this. Here it is. I click on create filter, and I click skip, delete, and also apply. There's only one, and create filter. So I'm never going to see an email from Brewster again. Okay? So and the cool part is if you have 2, 3, 4 spam emails coming in, say that this one and this one and this one and this one, and I'm just kind of making these up here, but I want all 5 of those to filter, delete, and never see them again. I check on all the ones I want at the exact same time. Click on more, filter. I want to go create filter, skip, delete it, and create filter. All 5 will be done at the exact same time. And make sure you click all. All right. Also apply filter to matching conversations. Boom, done. All right. So I'm going to cancel that one because I don't want to do that, obviously. All right, click that, clear it all out. Okay, any questions on that? This is a big deal because I'm telling you, when your email is empty, there's nothing you can do there. You can't go back and see anything. You literally can't. So I'm gonna reply to these guys later. And see how I did that? Like I did whatever, so I can undo whatever. So if I do anything too fast, there's a time limit. And I'll show you how to change that. It's like 10 seconds. So anytime you push send, you can have time. I hope I didn't lose internet here. Am I still okay? Everybody see my screen okay? All right. I use Outlook with that stuff, the email coming to Outlook. You can actually sync your Outlook with Gmail if you want to. I don't have directions on how to do that, but I can post those on the page if you want. So I sent everything to archive except what you deleted. No, actually, you can send everything to archive, and the cool part about doing that is I think I lost. Hopefully, I'm still good here. You guys can still see me, which is good. And let me just reload this. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, I'm back. Am I? Cool. All right. Okay, so I'm going to reply to Darren later. I'm I'm going to wait on that one, and I'm going to archive both of those. So I'm back to, so I got a couple in reply, a couple in waiting. I can take care of them in just a couple seconds, all right? Okay, good. How do I start? I have probably 40 folders. So I would leave the folders where they're at, because like taking the time to get rid of the folders, it's okay that they're there. Just know that you can search for them in the search function, whatever you're looking for, whatever name it is. It's so much faster than actually go into a folder and then grabbing all, because I don't have any folders, but it's so much faster than going to look for a folder than is to just search who the email is you're looking for and find that, okay? So if you archive it, you can still search. Absolutely. If you are, even if you delete it, you can still search it, because your deletes don't get deleted for like 30 days. But yeah, I personally don't delete anything. The only thing I delete is if it's spam, and then of course my spam filter fills up, and then I just check my spam every once in a while. If someone said they sent me an email, I go into spam, make sure it's not spam. So like, I hate looking at spam because there's just tons of crap that comes in there, of course. And then of course I don't know if you guys know this. So if you I'm just kind of going off on a little tangent here, but say that I want to compose an email, and I want to send it to Carl, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to put a subject in here, from Scotty, hey, brother, was, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, okay, all right, I want to finish this later. I'm really not done with this email, but I want to finish it, and I'm not really sure what else I want to say, but I know there was more to it, and I want to get back to it later. It automatically, as soon as I start an email, it puts it in my drafts. So if I literally go here and close this out, I can go to my drafts, and you'll notice that the email I was going to send is right here. To Carl, it automatically does that right away. There's like no delay. I mean, even if you open an email and I put who it's going to, and I put nothing in the front, in the subject or in the email, it's going to put it in my draft folder. So you don't have to worry about losing emails. That's a great way to sometimes start an email and never send it, and then maybe never send it because you're upset or something. So that's just a little sense of humor there. All right. So that's the search. All right, cool. So I showed you how to do that. Search capabilities. You can search. See, here's all the detailed arrows and has attachment, create filter. Here's your filter settings. So I got pictures of all this so you can get the PowerPoint and go through this in detail. Guys, don't be scared about putting everything in archive. If you do it, it's still there. You can still find it. You can still search for it, but it's so fulfilling to go to your phone. Literally, if you archive everything and go to your phone, there's nothing there for you to do, right? It's just part of changing habits. So Gmail's filters allows you to manage the flow of incoming messages using filters. So you can, I showed you how the labels work more. Here's what it used to look like. It was crazy. Here's what it looks like now. Check the box, and I show you how to do filter message, and I kind of walk you through that. We just did that live. And then filter message, and there you go. Skip and delete, and I'm done. All right? You can drag the waiting and reply over. These are some other stuff I used to test. I just didn't redo the picture. But waiting, just drag them over, leave them in there, archive it, and now it's in your waiting folder or your reply folder, depending on if you want to reply to it or you're waiting for something. If you want to do other labels, like some of you guys have already, just leave them there. Just like it's not hurting anything. Just now go create a reply and a waiting and start using it that way so you can really go through your email fast and not spend any time in there, because time is money. So I would rather you guys be calling your past database, current database, following up, and I'm going to show you some really cool follow-up techniques as well. Compose, you can compose one email at a time. The cool part about the new Gmail I really like is when I click compose, it actually opens it up so I can still see an email. So say that I was wanting to respond to Gmail. Like Gene just sent me an email. Says, do you have a webinar where you can share how this, how to edit the it looks like signatures or whatever. So if I wanted to compose an email and I wanted to open her email at the same time, it's still all going to be here. So here's the email that I'm going to send to Gina. Maybe I want to read her email and respond to send something else out or send to somebody else. It's kind of cool. I can multitask here and still read what's going on here, which is really neat. All right. And then you could actually send 2 emails if you want to, which if you want to get 2 emails going for some reason. Actually blew that up. Wrong slide. All right. Let me go back to this. Here we go. Sorry, guys. 1 second. There we go. Right there. Wrong slide. Okay, cool. All right, so if you want to get 2 emails going, say you got an email up and you're starting to send this email, and like, oh, crap, I forgot to send this one. So you can open another one and start that and then finish the one you just started. So however, I mean, it's really user-friendly now, the new one. All right? multiple email addresses. So one of my emails is scottybud23@gmail.com. This is the cool part. You also get, if you opt into something and you want to track what comes back from that place, I would highly recommend doing this. Check this out. So if I put Scott.C.O.T.T.Y, I'm still going to get that email at Gmail in the same email address, but it's going to come from that email, so I can track what they sent me, if they spam me out, if they sold my email address, or whatever they did, I can track it, or I know where it's coming from. You also get scottybud23@googlemail.com. That just comes with it, so you have that email as well, so you can do a bunch of different tracking. If you want to, you can do scottybud23 plus whatever you want to say. So if maybe I opted into some cool CRM system, so I would go, my email is scottybud23 plus crm@gmail.com. I would know that it came from a CRM system. All right, so I could track what comes in from there, and it has that email. It's pretty neat. Here's one of my favorites, and the price on this is totally right. It's free. It's called WiseStamp. Everybody using WiseStamp is really cool. So let me just show you what this is. So you go to wisestamp.com, and it gives you a free signature. And the reason I like it is because all the social media things are there. It's free, and it allows you to attach a bunch of social media stuff. So check this out. I'm going to close this down here. And it's added right to your Gmail. So here it sits right here. So you'll notice that when I go to compose an email, you'll notice my name, my number, and all my social media is right here. I don't have any disclaimer, but you can put whatever you want. And let me show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go up to my WiseStamp, and I'm going to click Edit WiseStamp. And when I edit it, here's my name and number, and then here's my social. So it's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest. I can put my Instagram in there. And if I do that, I just choose Instagram, and then I put in whatever my Instagram account is, and it's automatically going to put the little logo there. It's pretty cool. And so this is for my personal email, and then I can have two signatures, one personal and one business. And so when I'm done with all this, and I can put pictures in here, I can put links in here, I can put all kinds. So if I wanted to make this a link to my website, I just highlight it and then hit the little chain link fence, the chain link, insert, edit link. I can change the font. I can do the size. I mean, anything you want. This is going to be your signature. And then I just save and exit. And then when I do this, it's going to pop up with the name, number, and whatever social media things. And you just want to check them. Send yourself an email and just check them to make sure they're correct. All right? Pretty cool. You can put logos in there. You can put whatever you want. So you can make a clickable logo to go to your website. I mean, and it's free. The only thing you have to do is turn off your Gmail signature. And how to do that, and I show that in the PowerPoint, is go to your gear over here on the right-hand side, click on Settings, and then if you scroll down all the way under General, you'll see General right here. If you scroll down, you just click No Signature, because I want to use the signature from WiseStamp, okay? Pretty cool stuff there. So turn that off, and then it'll automatically start working for you, all right? Excellent. WiseStamp. Write that down. Download it. I believe it works. Let's see. Does it work for Outlook? I know it works for Yahoo. I think it's just a really, really popular app. There's no reason to pay for it. I haven't found a reason to pay for it yet. If you guys find a reason, let me know. Okay, so I show you how to edit it. Show you how to put your social media sites in there. Have a really cool, professional-looking signature, and I would highly recommend putting your website in there. I would put a listing link to your listings if you have it. Why not give every person a chance to find out, one, who you are and what you do for a living, but also if they ever have an inclination to look for a new home or sell a new home, or you have all your services there, your results in advance, your listing presentation, maybe put a text code in there to see the new listing or new featured property or whatever. Give them a reason to connect with you. All right, and you can do it right in WiseStamp, okay? So if you want to choose a different email in WiseStamp, and you got the business and personal, you'll see that it shows up right down here in your email. So there's personal and there's business, and you can also choose none if you want to type, whatever, just your name or initials or whatever. But you can set up both your personal and business and then actually have none. All right? Awesome, awesome. Good stuff. Okay, let's keep moving. I could go on for tangents in a long time. All right, no signature. Show you. All right, so Boomerang for Gmail. I love, love, love Boomerang for Gmail. So Boomerang, send an email later. Say that you meet with a client today and it's 5 o'clock, and you're like, send an email right now. Doesn't fit. Tomorrow morning would be better. because it's just too late and, whatever. So I'm going to use Boomerang to send it. I'm going to type the email, and it may even be a canned response, but I want to send it tomorrow at 8 o'clock, or I want to send it tomorrow morning. So it sets right inside your Gmail. So it's perfect time. Just write the message as you normally would, then click the Send Later button. Use our handy calendar picker and our text box that understands the language, like next Monday. Tell Boomerang when to send your message. Now, here's what I would recommend. I would put together a series of first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th email to a potential buyer, to a potential seller. And maybe have a couple different series. Nothing extravagant, no information, just personal, friendly touches that you would typically email to a friend. I'm saying, hey, it was great meeting you, look forward to working with you, talk to you soon. Hey, just checking in, just wanted to see how maybe a conversation you had with them. That would be email number 2. So you'd set this series up right when you met them the first day. Like you'd go home that night, and that would be part of your task list to set up a 12-series email to this person. You had a format of what they were, and you could hire someone to do this for you. So you're communicating with them day after, maybe every other day, or maybe third day or fourth day. But the more you communicate, the better. I've never heard of anybody complaining about, please stop communicating with me. I've never heard anybody do that to me. All right. The best follow-up reminders: want to clean your inbox but don't want to lose track of important messages. Use Boomerang to take messages out of your inbox until you actually need them. Just click the Boomerang button when you have an email open and choose when you need it again. Boomerang will archive your message at the time you choose. Will bring it back to your inbox marked unread, starred, or even at the top of your message list. Okay? A couple different ways to really cool use that. Remind you if you don't hear back. So say you send an email, and this happens all the time. You send an email that goes to their spam list for a new client because maybe it has a word in there that their spam filters goes, you know what, I don't like the word real estate, so I'm going to put it in the spam folder. So you're like, man, it's been 2 days. I haven't heard anything back from my buyer. So you pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I sent you an email a couple days ago. Just want to make sure you got it. And they're like, no, I didn't get it. Hey, could you check your spam folder? And then they can uncheck the spam, and you guys are now communicating on a level. But if you just totally forget about it, you might get on busy reacting to whatever happens that day and just forget about this person, and here they are looking at other homes. Heaven forbid you don't ever call them because you just figure, well, if they're not in the market anymore or they decide to work with someone else, just follow up. So this thing will shoot it back to you in 2 days or tomorrow to make sure that you communicate with them. And then it also has a read receipt in Gmail if you want. See how often readers are clicking links you send out. Make sure clients have received and reviewed invoices, whatever you want to have done there. So it's free for $10 per month. If you want unlimited, it's $5 a month. That's it. I have no affiliation to this. I use it. I love it. Thought I would show you. So if you have Google Apps, like if you have a Google App account, like I think Remax uses Google Apps, so you might have to pay the $15 a month, but still, it's just to do what it does is just amazing inside your Gmail account. All right. Here's what it looks like. I didn't want to take the chance of having you not see on a call what it looks like. So when you Boomerang it, it sits down here and it says Boomerang this in 2 days. You can put a date and time in there. You can put in 2 days. You can put in 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever you want. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and it's going to send it whenever you choose to send it. All right. Pretty awesome system. I've been using that for a really long time. All right. The hardest part is staying out of your inbox. So here's the schedule I already showed you guys. Just saving a little bit of time here. There's one more I wanted to show you and then answer any questions. So here's one that I absolutely positively love. It's called thewayfind.com. I have no affiliation to it. I use it. I love it. So here's how it works. So when I go to, this is so cool. So it's actually has an amazing app for iPhone, for Droid. And what it does is you put in the emails that you want to receive, and those are the only emails that you will receive from those people. Okay? Make sense? I won't spend a whole lot of time on it, but you can set up. So say I have 20, 25 people that I want to, 40 people that I want to receive emails from, and the other stuff is just kind of garbage. I'll get to it, but I really don't need to go look at it right now. So I get notified, and I have a little button that I push on my iPhone or Droid, it doesn't matter, and it only is going to show me the emails from the people that I choose to receive email from. It's amazing. So, and the other part that they just added is say that you so kind of what you would do is you go, all right, I want to make sure I get emails from my buyers and sellers. So you would add other emails to it. And to get an email from a past client or current client, it might not be relevant, but for sure, up-to-date new clients that you're working with, because I'm not saying don't ever go into your Gmail account, but I'm saying during the day when you're doing money-making activities, making your calls, doing your meetings, the only time you're going to get notified is if somebody you put. Now, don't go crazy and put every single email and every contact in here. You only want the ones that you feel are very important, and those are the ones that you're going to only get if they send you an email. Otherwise, you're going to get the other emails when you go check your Gmail on your scheduled time in your calendar, okay? This is amazing. The guy he got tired of like filtering through thousands and thousands of emails, so he created this, and it's been out for years now. I've been using it for a while. It's $5 a month as well. I have no affiliation to it. I make zero money on it. I just wanted to share with you. It's a huge time saver. Like right now, if I look inside of my Awayfind on my phone, I have 2 emails. Let's go to my Gmail. Because I set it up to receive, I have 3 emails in here. So Darren must not be part of the thing because and Gene is not part of the thing. So Gene's not part of it. Doug is, Darren isn't. So I have 2 in there. So as I get emails from other people, I'm not going to see them in my Awayfind account. Does that make sense? So, all right. Enough on that tangent there. All right. What about privacy on Gmail? Doesn't Gmail mine your emails so that you can focus ads particular? Yes. As far as privacy, as long as you keep your your login and password up to date, Gmail, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a way to get rid of the ads. Check this out. And I don't remember what the name. I have 0 ads. You guys see there's 0 ads here? Let me show you what I use. I forgot what it was. Let's see. Tools, extensions. So there's one that removes the ads from your email. Acquire, Evernote, File, Google. Forgot what it was. Let me just look this up here. I'm going to have to post that on, because I have 0 on Google. Let's see, Google Docs. I can't remember what it was. But the ads are gone. So I'll have to find out what that was. There's something that I have that's turned on where I don't receive the ads anymore. I don't remember what it is. So, yeah, that's a great question. So privacy, as far as privacy, if somebody wants to get you, unfortunately they're probably going to get you. I would just be really careful who you give you. Oh, calendars. I didn't even show you calendars. So check this out. So so I see I have my scheduled for 1 to 1:30. I'm going to do my social media. So it comes up and shows me that. So right up here, this little box right up here is all your app stores. So you got your calendar, you got your Google Drive, you got all kinds of stuff there. So I'm going to click on calendar, and here's what my calendar looks like every single week unless I put something in there. So if I want to, here's my personal calendar. So on my personal calendar, I don't have a whole lot, but you'll notice next month I move my daughter into Michigan State. So here's my long leg party, and then if I look at the month, I have my long leg party, and then August I move Lexi into state, so I have that on my calendar. So as I get personal stuff, I keep 2 personal calendars, and I can choose which one when I book something I put it into. So you can have a family calendar, you can color code it accordingly, and you can have a business calendar so you schedule your business. Now this is pretty cool. So if I wanted to my calendars, create new calendars or settings. If I wanted to share my calendar, I could do that. Like Carl shares his calendar with me, so I can put people on his calendar if I want to, or if I wanted to share a calendar with Vicki, who's my partner, she can add stuff to my calendar, or she just knows where I'm at when I'm gone. But she always likes to know that. So so that's kind of the calendar feature. The other part is the Google Docs, which we'll have to do another class on. So let's just go to, let's see. When searching, will it automatically search the archive stuff? Yeah, when you search, that's the best part about this thing. This thing has the algorithm of Google. So if I search, I'm trying to think. So if I search, Kenneth Travis is a good buddy of mine. So Kenneth Travis. If I search emails from Kenneth Travis, it's going to pull up every email that Kenneth Travis is attached to or sent me or I sent him, every single one. You'll see that we had emails going back and forth. So it literally searches, it actually searches everything, your deleted folder and your archive folder, all right? Can you subtitle a folder? Yeah, you can actually have drop-downs. You can have a folder inside a folder if you want to, which is crazy. You can go crazy with the folders. A lot of people like to do that, which is nice. I don't have an all mail tab. So if your all mail tab isn't showing, let me show you where it is. So that's a great question. So Pamela says, I don't have an all mail tab. So let me just show you what's that. So if I click on the gear right here and I click on settings and you click on labels, and you're going to see right in here all these inbox, start, important, chat, sent, drafts, all mail. So you just got to click the show button instead of the hide because it's probably hidden right now. So you just want to make sure and click the show button and then the all mail will show right there. All right? Crazy stuff, right? Okay, my Gmail page doesn't look like this. This is, so I bought an email. I'll give you guys a secret. So I went to, this is another one, emailme.com, because I wanted to, I don't know, I found this one day. It was probably midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning when I was searching. So I was just searching. I want a special email. So here you can search, like, for Bill asked me this question. So if I wanted bill@us.com, my email is scott@us.com, which when I tell people, they're like, really? That's it? I'm like, yeah, that's it. You have to pay for it, but man, I tell you, it literally, so bill@us.com is available for $500 per year. So it's going to cost you $500 per year to have it. I don't know if it's worth it, but when they did mine, I paid $500, and then it was like they had a special deal, and it was like pay $519 a year. You might be able to negotiate with them. So it's called emailme.com, and then that's when your email will look like this. It's called Email Me. All right. I could change the template if I wanted to, but so that's that. What if I have a different labels for a file? Just know that no matter what labels you have, you can always search whatever you're looking for, and it's going to be so much faster than looking for that label. I can guarantee it. You'll save so much time doing that. So just use the search function, I would say. Even if you delete a label, you're not losing the email. The email is just an archive. You're not, like, if you delete all your labels, it's not going anywhere. For example, if I go down here and I click on labels and I scroll down and I want to delete, waiting, or remove, the email is not going anywhere. It's just not attached to a label anymore. It's just going to be in your archive folder. All right, so you never lose that email. Another question: how do you do the social media icons in the signature? So that is through WiseStamp. So you want to go to wisestamp.com, and I believe there is a let's see, there's WiseStamp. In Gmail. So here's right here. So if you do WiseStamp in Gmail and then download now, you can download it. I think it's part of the Google, like the Google thing. So you just download it and it automatically puts it in your Gmail for you. All right. And then once you get WiseStamp, you go back and you open it up right here. It's going to sit right here. And you're going to edit it. And then when you edit it, you're going to choose which social media sites you want. And there's literally a million. Like you can choose all kinds of these. Oops, I'm going to click off of that. So Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, those are the most popular. And then you just put in whatever your thing is and click Save and Exit, and now those little emblems will show there. Okay? All right. Good stuff. So you guys like this class okay? You guys cool with this? What's the follow-up on your Compose email? What's the follow-up? So Compose email. Oh, so this is something that I got to be honest, I just found this today. I'm kind of a freak about this stuff. So what this does is if I type an email to like somebody, say I type an email to Carl, and I send an email to him, and I want it to come back in an hour, month, week, time. I want it to come back at a certain time. I want a reminder coming back. It's kind of like Boomerang. I'm just testing it out because it sits right here. So hours, days, weeks. So I want it back in an hour. I want a reminder in an hour if I don't get a response because maybe I have an urgent file that needs to close. And I've got to get back from the borrower something from them, or this thing is going to be pushed, right? So so that's kind of what that's for. All right. Do you check your spam email for missed? I typically don't unless somebody calls me or brings it to my attention that I haven't received an email from them. I don't have that much that much problem with spam emails as far as like somebody sending me an email going to spam. I've just been lucky in that respect, but I would recommend every once in a while checking it. When you're done with a bunch of clients and you want more space in Gmail, what do you? Oh yeah, so see like right here I'm using 2.4 gig of 15 gig. If you want more, so like I paid for the emailme.com. It comes with a little more, but I think with the normal Gmail you get 7. So if you go to settings your gear, settings, and you want to buy more storage, check this out. So I think it is, let's see, I'm going to have to find this here. Accounts, add another email address, filters, inbox, forwarding, chats. I can't remember where that is. There's a way to buy more storage. Oh, you know what? If I just click on, I think if I just click somewhere on here, there's a way to buy more storage, more Google storage. Let's go find that. Google. But it's $5 per year storage plan pricing. So here it is. So look at this. So 100 gig, $1.99 per month. You can get 1 terabyte for $10 per month. Like, you'll never fill that up. I mean, I have 2 gig of email right now. I have 10,000 emails. Like, you'd never fill it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's the cheapest storage on planet Earth. Like, there's nobody else that has cheaper storage than Google. So great question. Is this Google? Yeah, Google Chrome is what I'm using right now. Yep, absolutely. Looks like a calendar. Can you add emails to reply and waiting folders from your cell phone? Reply and waiting. Yes, they have blind carbon copy. What I would do, no, I don't know about the actual reply and waiting from your phone. But here's what I will say. They brought up a good thing. Really quick suggestion. When you're sending emails to a bunch of people, okay? You're sending emails to a bunch of people. Always send it as an email to one person. Even if you're sending to 10 people, write it as if you're sending it to one person. And always put the emails under blind carbon copy right here. All right, so that it looks like it's coming directly to them. It's amazing the response, because people like to feel like they're a part of something, but they also like to be special. So if you can make people feel special about an email, like, hey, just wanted to let you know we're going to look forward to seeing you tonight at the art fair, and it's going to 10 people, and maybe only 2 or 3 are coming, but it looks like it's coming like, hey, I can't make it, sorry, thanks for the invite, and it's not to a group of people. Always put them in blind carbon copy. You don't even have to put anything in the to, just blind, and it goes to each individual person as if it's an email to them. Always try and write it that way too. What about mark as spam function? Yeah, that's a great one. So if you want to mark one as spam, now I like doing the filters because sometimes the spam for some reason just is a little finicky. So for example, say that I wanted this one to go, I don't want to see this one, so I want to mark it as spam. It's right here. So if I click mark as spam, I shouldn't see it again, but for some reason it sometimes gets through. I don't know why. So I like just creating filters and having them gone, just doing it one time. But if I did that, it's going to ask me report spam, unsubscribe, and report. So I'm just going to report spam, and it's going to delete it from my inbox. I shouldn't ever see it again. It should automatically throw it in the spam folder, and then I could check, and if I want to uncheck it from spam, I can do that. Great question, though. All right, so guys, I sincerely appreciate you guys. If you want to, if you're here for the first time, go to www.facebook.com/groups/agent mastermind and ask any question that I didn't get to. If I didn't get to any questions, I'd like to be respectful of your time. So let's just blow that up a little bit. So facebook.com/groups/agent mastermind. We're at almost 8,200 and growing. It's just an honor to be a part of you guys' life, success, and freedom. And next week, have an amazing, amazing guy. I'm from Texas coming to show us. So we'll get the invites out tomorrow afternoon. We'll get that going. And guys, have a safe, exciting, and fun 4th of July weekend. Really look forward to seeing you guys next week. Appreciate you joining us. If you have any questions, go to facebook.com/groups/agent mastermind. And if you got here some way, shape, or form and you don't know who your sponsor is, send an email to amminvite@gmail.com, and we will make sure and hook you up, okay? Thank you so much. We'll see you here same time, same place on Agent Mastermind next Tuesday at 12 Eastern. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.